it. Everybody's got a special kind of story, and together we'll be bound to say, oh, happy Vlogmas! I'm back at it again. I'm Naija, your Piscean queen.
And now, on with the show.
When I was younger, right, I was just watching, what I was watching? I was watching, I forgot the name of the movie, but I was watching, and I'm going back to that again. I forgot the name of the movie, but it was with this couple, young, and she's a Caucasian and African. It's hard to see this without getting flagged. Okay, a mixed couple. They were going to school. They, you know, started liking each other and stuff like that, right? And they went to this club, and so they had to get fake IDs to get in the club. So I was reminiscing about when I was like younger, and I had a younger friend, younger than me. We didn't even need no ID to get in the club back in the days, okay? We were just able to go in the club, and when it was like 18 or older or 21 or older, they just let us in, okay? And I know we didn't look old enough to get in, okay? Because I think I was like 18, I think she was like 14 or 15, and they just let us in. I don't remember a time that we had our ID, or maybe I was 17 and she was 14. I know she was like way younger than me, and yo, she was mad mature for her age, because you know how girls do, they mature. So it just reminded me how we got in the club with no ID. Those were the days. It was fun. It was really fun. Like, we met up with like some of the people we seen before they actually blew up was like Redman. I remember back in Brooklyn, they were performing. I think, was it the whole Wu-Tang was there, but I think Redman specifically was performing his stuff. And I remember sitting down on the like one of the speakers. They had these like huge speakers. I was sitting down on the speakers, and we were just jamming, like me and my friend, and then she went somewhere to get a drink. Don't do this, y'all. Don't drink underage. So I never drank. So we was dancing, jamming to the music and stuff like that. And I think this was back in the 90s. So then Redman, drunk. He came up to us all stumbling. I thought he was coming to say hi, something like that. Why? He stepped over me. And like, this was a big ass stereo. Like, he stepped over me. I was like this, like, I thought he was coming to say hi or something, like, all drunk and stumbling. And then he like went over like this gate thing. It was like the second level. But man, those were the days. I think Foxy Brown, she was performing there. We seen her in the bathroom. She didn't really say nothing to us. And I wasn't really into celebrities like that. I knew of them, but I didn't really go up to them and ask them questions or autograph or whatever like that. I remember too when who else we seen in the club? Like, I feel like back in the days, I feel like back in the 90s and growing up in New York, like, you seen celebrities all the time, like walking down the block, in the club. You could talk to them up close and personal. But I guess we took it lightly growing up, because it was just like, oh, they one of us, but you know, they out there. But we never was like a fan, but we liked them. Because a fan would be like, oh, let me get a hug, let me get an autograph. We were just jamming with them, like, and it was just like, you know what I'm saying? It was just, that was kind of fun. That was a little era in my life. That was kind of fun. Anyway, different strokes through the world. Y'all know the song. You know how you be singing and you be like, you don't know. Yeah, I ain't know all the words, but that's one of the. I'm on a breath. Okay. Thank you for clicking on this video. I was just reading my book, The Convoluted Universe. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Like, but it has like over 500 pages, and I'm up to page 160. But yeah, I'm reading it at my own pace. It's a really good esoteric book. Like, if you're into esoteric stuff. Is that a word? But anyway, Happy holidays, guys. I mean, how's your holidays going so far? You know it's 12 more days of Christmas. Am I right? 12 more days. 12 more days for Christmas. I gotta start shopping. I mean, I'm not getting that much this year. Just my kids, my children, and my niece and nephew. But they might get their stuff after Christmas. It really depends. I gotta sit down and write this down and budget it out correctly. Why do we always wait to the last minute to do stuff? Well, me. I always wait to the last minute for some reason. Because I always expect this unexpected income just to pop in. Just to pour out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, I forgot what to talk about today. Yeah. Oh, let me tell y'all. So I was our family was planning to move around October, right? We found the place, and it's one of my really nice apartment places that I like to visit and look at. Because they have smart apartments, what they call smart apartments, just because they got like the keyless entry. And so I frequent there just to look at their apartments and stuff like that. And I was finally gonna get a chance to move in there, right? So this particular time when I was gonna move in there, this what happened. So I went, I was doing it online, and they were saying how, you know, they can't show me the particular spot that I rented out and stuff like that. And I thought that was a red flag, but I was like, well, I frequent toured their apartment so many times, they're all the same. But I still was feeling a little funny about the whole situation, right? So when it came time to like, so then I paid online too, like a portion of deposit and stuff like that, because it was getting time for our lease to get expired here. And I love this apartment here. It's small, but it's really nice. So, and then to me that was another red flag. Someone was telling me don't pay no deposit, like you still not sure or whatever, and you really love it here. Maybe something will work out in the ethers, you know what I'm saying? And so I went there with hubby, and I got there. I was I was emailing the lady back and forth, and she was like, I was telling her like I'm gonna come in a certain time because I was working like full-time job then. And so I didn't get an email back until after I got there, like around, say I had to get there around 10. I got there around 10. She was sitting in there in the dark, but the door was open. So we walked in, and she was like looking at us, and we looking at her. She looking at us. We looking at her. She looking at us. So she was like, we closed. I'm like, well, the door is open. Like, she was like, well, we closed and open to 10 o'clock or whatever, and maybe we got there 9:30. So I was like, well, I was emailing someone, and I told them I'll be there at 10 o'clock. They didn't respond back and say that they couldn't be there at 10 o'clock. Then she was like, I did email you back. I was just like, whatever. So, why are you gonna argue? I don't like to waste my energy on stuff like that. So then me and hubby was like, okay, we'll just come back. It was just 30 more minutes or whatever. Let's walk around the neighborhood. We was familiar with the neighborhood anyway. It was warm that day, so we was good. Walked around, came back, probably exactly at 10 o'clock. I came in, and I don't want to make this a race thing, so it's not. It was a Spanish lady, and she had a whole Spanish family, right, sitting there. So I'm like, it's 10 o'clock. Like, you just told us to come back. Like, was they standing outside? Where were they? Like, this whole big Spanish family was sitting at her desk, and I'm confused on, you supposed to come back at 10 o'clock, but they here. Were they here before 10 o'clock? We just walked in at 10 o'clock. So I don't want to make this a big thing. But my Pisces intuition was like, something ain't right. Something just ain't right. I still ignored it, though. So then, finally, after a while, she's sitting there. She told the Spanish family to, go and sit down, and then she took us. Thought that was weird. Like, why don't you just finish with them? Anyway, so we sat down, we was talking. I was like, I was telling her I felt a little uneasy. I didn't see the apartment. Oh, that's how we normally do it. We don't let you see the apartment until the day of. And I said, what if I don't like it? Oh, we can make accommodations. Now, this is what she told me previously, that she can make accommodations if I didn't like the apartment. So then she showed me photos when I came in person, and I looked at the photos like, I didn't like them photos. I didn't really like it. Because I was like, as many times as I toured this place, it was always nice. The apartments were always really nice. And I feel like she gave me the crappiest one. And then let me digress. Let's finish the conversation. So then, we going over the lease or whatever. I was going to just go through with it because we had to get out of this particularly. We didn't have to, but the renewal on the lease wasn't the amount that we wanted on this particular apartment. So I was just like, oh, whatever. So I'm thinking to myself, me and my hubby was on, me and my son was on the lease. Because my hubby, I don't think he was working then, was he? Anyway. So, and he didn't get, I signed my portion, but still had to have my other signature, right? So then, not everything was done. It was just half done. Everything wasn't signed and everything like that. And I was just like, I didn't get a good feeling about it. I didn't like I didn't like how the whole situation went. I didn't like the crummy ass apartment. It was giving me those pictures. Who took them pictures? Like, how do you take pictures and you don't make it appealing? Like, the whole purpose of taking the picture is either to show you the real deal or make it appealing. But when you are in an apartment complex, you want to show the nicest pictures. Like, who took those pictures? My daughter could take better pictures. I don't know. That apartment was whack. Okay. So, I wound up leaving and I thought about it. And then I got an email from this particular complex and they told me that, it was an email previously about renewing it and that they said they'll bring it down. Like, the renewal, like the price was different to renew the lease and it was like better. And I was like, So I went downstairs knowing that it might be expired because I think it said it expired a certain date if I didn't choose to renew. So I said, I'm gonna take my chances, go down to management office and just act like I ain't see the email. What email? I was gonna act like I didn't know that it had an expiration date. So I went downstairs, I spoke to the lady, and I had it all planned because I'm an actress, okay? I'm an actress. No, I'm a director, but I'm an actress too. Aren't we all? And I was like, oh, I want to renew my lease. I just want to see what she was going to say because I wasn't really happy with that other place. And so I was like, yeah, and I seen that email saying that y'all was going to negotiate a price, which I've never seen that before. Like, I've never seen complex negotiate a price. Have you ever seen a complex negotiate a price? I've never seen that before. So I thought that was a sign that I should stay here. Plus, I love this place. So, it's only one thing I don't like about it is the fire alarm always go off midnight when we sleeping. Well, when I'm sleeping. But anyway, everything else I love about it. So I'm talking to the lady. She was like, oh, I see the email you're talking about. I said, yeah, I want to get that price to renew the lease. Because I really love this place. This is how I was. I was like, I really love this place. So I just want to renew with that price. And she's like, oh, this thing expired. She's like, oh, and then I said, oh no, it's expired. I love this place. She was like, you know what? Let me see what I can do. Right? So then, I think her name was Mary. I don't know. And so Mary, we'll just say her name was Mary. So Mary was like, I'm going to see what I can do. And she was like, right? And then she was like, oh, I can get it to that price. I was like, oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you. So anyway, Mary done got us renewed. She was like, but you got to renew your lease today. 24 hours. Make sure you sign it electronically. Do whatever. And I was like, oh yeah. I want this place. I want to stay here. So I was like, okay. I did all that other stuff at the other place. Are they gonna let me out my lease? Yes, they're gonna let me out my lease. In my head, I was like, they're gonna let me out my lease. So I emailed, I was like, so-and-so doesn't want to sign the lease, and, because I ain't finished the paperwork at the other apartment. And, I already put in a deposit and this and that. And they was like, oh, but you have a responsibility to get this place, because this place hasn't been rented and we kept it off the market. I said, but I put a deposit in. My other person that's supposed to signed the lease, hasn't. So we haven't finished. So what are you saying? And then I didn't want to go back and forth. We on email. I didn't want to go back and forth. So I was like, first of all, I feel like you discriminated against me in the first place. You made me feel uncomfortable, okay? All right? Because how all of a sudden, the Spanish woman, I love y'all Spanish people because my husband got some in. You took a whole Spanish family before us. Don't think I didn't see that. So then I think her boss hit me back after that and was like, oh, we apologize, if you felt any kind of way. Do you want to see another apartment? They was trying to make all these accommodations. But when I was in front of them, where her boss was trying to make all these accommodations, when I was in front of her, the other lady, I'm going to call her Maria. When I was in front of Maria, she was acting like she wanted to take the Spanish family before us. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't giving me no other options. I was like, there's no other options. And she was like, acting like, no, there's no other options. There's nothing else. So, in the email, it seemed like her boss, it seemed like I was talking to two different people. That's how I know it was her boss. And her boss, we're going to say her boss name was Jennifer. So, Jennifer was like, all talking proper in the email and everything like that. Let me see what we can do, And then, but Maria was like, but, you signed the lease, blah, 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 blah. I said, but the lease is not finished because it's supposed to be 2 people. Y'all said 2 people. You told me it wasn't finished. I don't want this place. I don't like the apartment. And then her boss, and then when I mentioned, I feel like y'all just discriminated against me anyway, Maria. And then Jennifer, I think, hit back and was like, don't worry, we'll just issue you a refund minus whatever fees or whatever. So I was like, fine. So, of course, I got my way. The Piscean way. All right, so, yeah. So now they owe me a check, right? Oh, the check will be issued to you, like, it'll take about 2 weeks. 2 to 4 weeks, that's what they said. They said it'll take 2 to 4 weeks, right? After 2 weeks, I'm like, it's 2 weeks. I emailed them, oh, it takes 2 to 4 weeks. I'm like, I emailed after 3 weeks. Oh, let me look into this. And then they, I think with Jennifer, but for some reason I knew they was gonna be petty. Like my Pisces intuition was flaring up. I knew they was gonna be petty about my money. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm emailing them, and I'm like, after a while, it's been a month, and I get my check, and they was like, oh, what was the address? And I was like, see, I knew it. I knew it was gonna be petty. Oh, and I said, so I told them the address, and I said, according to the email that I sent you. Because they repeated the address back to me, but they didn't include my apartment number. So, of course it's going to get sent back, right? So, I said, according to the email I sent you, my apartment number was added in this email, as you can see. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with you. Play with your mama. Don't play with me. Okay? So, they was like, oh, okay, we'll just reissue you the check and stuff like that and get you another one. I said, I just knew it was going to be petty. So, my Pisces said, you just be patient. You're going to get your money. But I just knew they was going to be petty. How you just know they was going to be petty? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, after a while, long story short, after a while, they finally sent me my check after 2 months. Okay? After 2 months. They're going to tell me, email billing and give me your full address. Right? And then billing says, email the other thing and the other the management office. And they told me something else. I said, look, y'all don't give me my money. Stop playing with me. I said, do I have to come down here and pick up my check? And then all of a sudden, it was like, oh, no, it's already been sent out. And then when I looked at the check, when it finally came, the date was, it was dated September 25th. Now that I think about it, how was it dated September 25th when I feel like our lease was up in October? So y'all predated the check back a week or two, and I didn't get my check until November, honey. But the check is dated September 25th, so that being real petty. They being real petty. I was just like, and then not only that, because it says void after 90 days, so it means December 25th on Christmas. If you don't cash that check by December 25th on Christmas, which you can't because Christmas is on a Monday, which means that's a holiday, which means the banks are closed. They playing themselves. You know what I'm saying? They really playing themselves. So I was like, they was holding my check all this time because they was mad and was being petty. Matter of fact, I should put a bad review. I'll write a letter to corporate like my other friends do. like my other friends like Kathy and them. Right, yeah. So anyway, Susan. Yeah, Susan, they write letters corporate. Maybe I should do that too. So anyway, and now I need that. I'm looking at the check. The check is to me and my son. And I'm the one that paid. It came out of my bank account. So I said, y'all being extra petty. Oh, but see, you don't know I have favor. I have favor. Because I have an account with my son anyway. And not to say you have to have an account with your son when two people are on a check. But it seemed like they were just trying to make it difficult. But they don't know that I have favor. Okay, I got my money back anyway. You try to play me anyway. But guess what? I have favor anyway. Don't be petty. I said be kind. You know what I'm saying? You always have to be kind. But anyway, I think this was, I'm always telling some long ass story because people be doing too much. That's why I said, I always end my videos off, be kind, y'all, be kind. Stop playing with people. Like, what if I was the Nyasia, New York, ratchet ghetto Nyasia? You know what I'm saying? I'm not. But what if I was? You know, it would have been a postal situation. Postal, you think? No. I'm just saying. I have New York friends and family that's postal. They go postal, okay? I'm just not like that. But what if I was? Stop playing. Be kind. Be kind. But see, since I have favor and I'm protected, and it teaches me to follow my intuition at all times, because it will never steer me wrong, I would have never got that place. Knowing that I wanted to stay here, she just went downstairs in the first place. So it's really my fault. You know what I'm saying? But since I have favor, and I had the God, the creator, looking over me and directing my steps, I still got what I want at the end of the day. Okay. All right, guys. So one more thing before I end this video out. The Elizabeth Arden Creamy Cleanser that I'm using. I think I've been using it for 2 days now. Guys, yo, my face is so smooth. I'm gonna use it on my daughter's face too, and it's like, and I use the like the other oil thing. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, I oil it and I moisturize it, everything. Okay, afterwards, I got a little whole skincare routine, but I'm loving this Elizabeth Arden Creamy Cleanser. Check out my other Vlogmas videos to see which one I'm talking about, because I know I ain't gonna put a picture. I'm not. But anyway, the plan is to go see the Beyonce movie tomorrow, so we'll see about that. But come join this Piscean Queen tomorrow on the next Vlogmas. I hope you have a very happy holiday. And guys, be kind. Don't be petty. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending love and light to all of you guys. Peace out.